Welcome to Freaky Fauna Friday, where every Friday we take a little time and explore some of the freaks of nature from around the planet we cherish so deeply. So please, jump aboard and let's explore the wilds together.
Oh, it actually is rain today.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's
that's
first
real
time
rain.
first time in like 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, we did get rain the other day.
That mist in the air in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's rain.
But yeah, today we're going to talk about American fish with an amazing nose.
Oh wow.
Any guess?
A fish with an amazing nose. A shovel-nosed. I don't know.
There's several animals that are called a shovel-nosed X.
Fish.
Close. A paddlefish.
Oh, okay.
The American paddlefish.
They have pretty cool noses.
Yeah, there's only 2 paddlefishes in the world.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 types of paddlefish. I said their numbers are pretty low.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Polyodontidae.
That's the paddlefish.
Mm-hmm. It's easy. Polyodontidae. American paddlefish. Currently listed as vulnerable. So that's on so that's threatened. And it depends on where you go. So like if you go to Arkansas and Oklahoma, they're still fishing for them.
So they're good there.
They're I mean, I don't know if I agree with them still actively being fished for.
Yeah.
But other places like Ohio, Indiana, and stuff like that, they're still struggling.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Dams are a big thing because they spawn. We'll talk about where they spawn, and that's their hardest part of their habitat restoration right this second.
Okay.
But yeah, any questions so far about paddlefish? You know their name?
Yeah, I know, and I know they got big. I've seen them once. Seen them one time.
Oh, did you?
No, at the fish farm.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
When
We went to...
You took me to that fish farm where you used to go to school down in Hawking.
Mm-hmm. And that was in Urbana, though. Freshwater
Oh,
Farms.
you're right. That was Urbana when we were down there.
Yeah, super cool. Anybody, if you're in Ohio and you're ever driving by Freshwater Farms, Dr. Smith, check it out. It's free. You can go feed the sturgeon, pet them. You'll see big paddlefish and lake trout and all kinds of cool stuff there.
Well, wait, I thought we went down to where you went to college. Remember, we went to that
Yes, we did to pick up koi.
Koi. That's where I saw the paddlefish.
You saw the paddlefish at the Freshwater Farms, too, in the big tank.
Yeah, true.
With the sturgeon.
I guess the memory I was recalling was...
That's where we were petting them.
Yeah. Well, the memory I was recalling, it was cool at that, where you were at school.
Yes, we did go down to the Hawking College.
Yeah, that was
picked
neat.
up koi from their koi sale.
Okay, yes. But yes, they're cool. They're cool. They're like all black and big,
blue,
long
black.
noses.
Yep. So the American paddlefish is a unique freshwater fish. It is most closely related to the sturgeons. And if you take away their face, you can really see it.
The shape, yeah.
And if you look at the Chinese paddlefish, which is probably extinct, you look at some of the pictures of them, you can see the transition.
Okay.
They look like a sturgeon and a paddlefish had a baby.
So that's the other paddlefish?
Yes.
Okay.
This fish has been around for a very, very long time. Want to guess how? So I'm talking about the paddlefish we have living today. You want to guess when it first appeared in the fossil record?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. 100,000 years ago.
100,000 years ago?
Yeah.
100,000?
1,000,000 years ago.
Million thousand?
Yeah.
125 million years ago.
Oh, okay.
That's when we first started getting their fossils of what they look like modern day. They're probably older than that.
Oh, wow.
People call them many names in Mississippi. They call the Mississippi paddlefish. The spoonbill is another really, really common one you hear. Long-nosed catfish is another one I've heard a couple times, but they are Polyodontidae. The only other paddlefish, like I already said, is the Chinese paddlefish, which is declared extinct. There are people still looking for them.
Okay.
There's a chance that they're still out there. They live the Chinese paddlefish lives a very, very long time. And there may be a couple hanging on. The American paddlefish is often called a primitive fish. This is because it still has the same features that its ancient ancestors had. Like bowfin and sturgeon and paddlefish and gar, you can find fossils. Like there's alligator gar and American paddlefish.
Going way back.
With T-Rex and Triceratops and
Jeez.
stuff in the same formation.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yeah, so they've been around. It does not mean they are primitive, as in the fact that they are simple.
Right.
It means they are ancient, amazing creatures. They're
been
very
around
good.
forever.
Yeah. So their skeletons, though, the paddlefish, American paddlefish, are cartilage and not bone, like most sharks. They also have a long paddle-shaped snout called a, you know this word?
I do. What's it? Starts with a P?
No,
Oh.
R.
R.
You're thinking proboscis.
Yeah, I was thinking proboscis.
Rostrum.
Oh, rostrum. I forgot that one.
Rostrum. And there's a little bit of a difference between a proboscis and a rostrum, but this is a
Fish and-
rostrum, which can be almost 1/3 of their total body length. And when you get as big as them, that's quite impressive.
Yeah.
They are specialized. So these fish, their rostrums, have tens of thousands of tiny sensors from their head, from the tip of their snout all the way down into their head. These sensors can help them find their main food source. These tiny water creatures called zooplankton. They also feed on eggs and other they're filter feeders, but they're mostly feeding on zooplankton.
Is it like little electrical sensors, like shark noses and stuff?
Kinda, and they're also chemical receptors and all
Okay.
kinds of stuff, and
So-
water chemistry and temperature and light and all.
A whole mixed bag,
Yeah.
like a science lab on its
if
nose.
that's why if you grab them, they freak out on their nose
Ah.
because it's just overstimulating them.
Mm-hmm.
This fish is, American paddlefish used to live freely through the Mississippi River Basin, including the Braided River and Oxbow Lakes they would show up in. They even lived in parts of the Great Lake, making them one of the few fish to translate to both major watersheds. And they lived in parts of Canada. Sadly, though, their numbers have very, very hard dropped off, mainly due to overfishing, losing their homes, habitat destruction, and pollution. Poaching is also a huge modern day problem for them.
Yeah.
Especially people because they produce one of the few animals in the world that produce caviar.
Oh, okay. That's why. I was gonna say, are you really fishing and eating them for their meat?
No,
Huh.
I've had them.
Yeah.
They're not great.
So they're mostly just for their caviar.
Yes.
Wow.
Today, paddlefish are only found in 22 states, and most of those states they are protected by state, federal, and sometimes even international laws.
Well, good. Protect the fish, dang it, especially these unique ones.
Yeah. So the caviar poaching is a huge, huge thing. I've seen them. We've came across gill nets in like the Ohio River for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I already said, they're related to sturgeon, and these are ancient ray-finned fish. Sturgeon are ancient ray-finned fish from the Acipinsiforms. So these two groups are tightly related. And if you, like I said, if you get rid of the paddlefish's face and just look at the rest of their body,
Yeah.
extremely sturgeon-like.
Gotcha.
Extremely sturgeon-like. The name Polyodon comes from the Greek word meaning many-toothed, which is weird for an animal without teeth.
Yeah, that's kind of odd, ain't it?
And interestingly, because paddlefish have no teeth, the name probably comes from their comb-like gill rakers that they use for filter feeding.
Oh, okay.
So if you look down from the outside, they're full of like these long, sharp teeth, and they're harmless to touch.
they're
for
just
us.
they're filtering
Yes.
the zooplankton out of the
Mhm.
water, like a manta ray.
Yeah. So obviously, they look like the sturgeon with a giant paddle nose and these big, long gill flaps. Their operculum flap is huge, which is a weird thing on a lot of these fish. They think it's to help with filter feeding. The American paddlefish are some of the biggest and long-lived freshwater fish in North America and the world. While they don't get nearly as big as they used to, it is not uncommon to see 5-foot fish weighing 60 pounds and living over 30 years. Females usually live longer than males. But males usually grow larger. They have very, very smooth skin and body shape similar to that of sharks, causing a lot of misconceptions about them. They have a large, flat mouth, paddle-shaped snout, and their rostrums can, like I already said, can be 1/3 of their body. When they are very young, American paddlefish do not have a rostrum. They just look like normal fish.
Oh,
And
really?
they start to grow, and soon after they hatch, the rostrum starts to grow as a part of their skull.
Okay, well, I guess that makes sense.
And so the rostrum is a part of their skull, not their jaw,
Okay.
which is an important distinction when you're looking at this stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can't have that in an egg.
No, exactly. It would punch right through it, or it'd be a really oblong shaped egg.
They're wrapped in, yeah.
Yeah.
The actual size of these guys, I believe the world record right now is sitting around 150 or 160 pounds and
That's
almost
crazy.
7 feet long. Now, there's historic records of them being 300 pounds and almost 9 feet long. And there are some convincing photos from Arkansas and Oklahoma that show animals still of that size that get released or eaten.
I just can't imagine seeing one that big. I mean, the only ones I've seen in person have been like, what?
4 foot, maybe 30
Maybe.
pounds. They were in captivity.
Yeah.
They were healthy. They don't get as big in captivity.
Right, yeah. So
Sure.
imagine seeing one of these guys, the 7-footers. That'd be quite a fish to see.
So like I said, the reproduction is their big hurdle right now. American paddlefish live an extremely long time, and they don't start having babies until later in life, like most sturgeon species. Female fish usually spawn when they're around 7 to 10 years old, but sometimes they may wait until they're 16 or 18 years old. So you have to some fish will almost wait till they're 20 before they spawn. Another thing is females do not spawn every year, just like sturgeon. They have gap years and sometimes gap decades between spawning events.
Right, yeah.
Males start spawning much earlier. They usually are all spawning around 7 years old, and they do so about every year or every other year.
But
So
man.
males spawn much more because their contributions are much less calorie intensive.
Okay, makes sense.
Sperm cells are much easier to make than egg cells.
Shoot.
And egg cells are about 100 times the size.
Well, it's a good thing we're harvesting for their egg cells, huh?
Yeah.
Sarcasm.
They travel upstream to spawn in early spring. And if you are ever lucky enough to see a paddlefish spawning event, it's one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
Why is that?
Thousands of them on the rock. So they spawn on rock bars, gravel bars, but they need to be free of mud and silt so their eggs can breathe. These areas must be raised river water from melting snow and spring rains. For them to spawn, they need several things to happen. The water temperature must be between 55 and 60 degrees. The day must be getting longer, which indicates in spring.
Mm-hmm.
And the river must be right in the rise and flow in stage. So as the river's going up is when they go to spawn. So they mostly spawn on stuff that's normally exposed.
Right.
And if you look at another, not quite close cousin, but gar, specifically alligator gars, breed on terrestrial grass.
Okay.
Which for a fish is quite hard to do unless it's in a flood stage.
Correct. So that makes sense. So that's why they need the spring, so that winter melt raises the water level just slightly enough.
Historically, only these perfect conditions only really happen every 4 or 5 years. So paddlefish are programmed now to spawn every year. American paddlefish are also broadcast spawners, which means the females release their eggs into the water overlooking the rocks or the gravel, and at the same time, males release the sperm. The eggs become sticky and attached to the river bottom.
Okay.
They hatch into larval fish in about 7 days. If the water is around 60 degrees, if it's a little colder, it'll be a little longer.
That's pretty fast.
Oh yeah, alligator gar only 2 days.
Jeez, okay.
The tiny fish, when they float downstream to calmer areas, and they start eating zooplankton immediately. Young paddlefish are not great swimmers. Most of the time you see them hitting the bottom, just kind of running around and stuff like that. Interestingly enough, in 2020, scientists successfully crossbred the Russian sturgeon egg with an American paddlefish sperm, creating the stoodlefish.
The stoodlefish?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what kind of abomination is this?
And it's the first time any fish from such different groups was ever successfully crossbred. Now, here's the thing. It looks just like a Chinese paddlefish.
Okay. What? Were you?
No, it's just nothing.
Okay.
Because they're that close related that the intermediary animal looks like the hybrid.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not saying that the Chinese paddlefish was a hybrid or anything like that.
Right.
It's just interesting that they look very, very similar.
Just the way you said it is like, what are you implying?
American paddlefish are extremely mobile and live well in giant river systems.
Okay.
They can be found mainly in river habitats across the Mississippi Valley. They prefer deeper, slow-moving areas with side channels, oxbow lakes, and areas below dams. So even though they feed down there below dams are their big hindrance in their migration and reproduction.
So that's what's screwing them all up.
They were known to travel well over 2,000 miles a year.
That's a lot. That's like almost not quite the whole U.S., but like 2/3 of it, right?
It's the whole United States. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you went straight,
Yeah.
Dang. Up and down, you'd have to start in Mexico and end up in Canada.
Yeah, what about left to right? Would it make it across? I can't remember how
I
wide.
think it's 2,500 miles the
Is
other
it?
way.
I
So
can't remember.
it'd almost make it.
Yeah. Wow.
So they do that in a year.
It's
But the
impressive.
rivers aren't straight.
Right, exactly, yes. No, just miles covered, that's a lot.
Like I said, they used to live in the Great Lakes Basin, the Mississippi Basin. And this shows their age. Because they were in both when they were still connected.
Okay.
So the only fish you really see like that are the bowfin, the sturgeon, the gar, and the paddlefish.
Yeah.
The sturgeon are the animals well before the Ice Age and before, the shifting around of river systems and everything like that.
Gotcha.
Much younger species when they're only found in one or the other after the split.
Okay.
But yeah. So historically they lived through the entire Mississippi River Basin. Everything from Montana all the way down to Alabama, Louisiana, Texas. The most of their habitat, they are not present anymore or in very, very critical states. The headwaters, they were all the way to the mouth of the Mississippi. They completely disappeared, though, from states like New York, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. And they also vanished from the Great Lakes region.
Yeah, that's not good.
However, some states have started reintroduction programs for them. For example, Pennsylvania began stocking and raising paddlefish in the Ohio River and the Allegheny River in 1991. That's probably almost 100% of our paddlefish that live in Ohio.
It's from that program.
Pennsylvania and Kentucky also has an amazing program I got to help out with.
That's pretty sweet.
Kentucky stocks alligator gar and American paddlefish.
Okay.
And the alligator gar, our crew got the first alligator gar back to Ohio in like 120 or 130 years.
Oh, wow.
And I guarantee it was a Kentucky release.
Oh.
Which is fine. It just means that the habitat's preferable enough that they moved back into Ohio.
They can live there.
Yeah, the dams are what's blocking these big animals from coming back up.
That makes sense.
Little fish, there's ways that they can kind of get around and spread and stuff like that. But when you're 8 or 9 feet long, it's really hard to do.
You're going to have to build some unique...
And both alligator gar and American paddlefish are not like power swimmers. Yeah, they can get up riffles and runs, but they do not want to sit there.
No, they're pretty slow moving, right?
Yeah. You look at animals like blue suckers and stuff like that, where that's where they live.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They want to sit on that spot, yeah.
Today, American paddlefish are only found in 22 states in the United States, and they're protected by state, federal, and international laws. Now, some states do allow sports or commercial fishing under very strict rules, like Arkansas, Oklahoma, I think Texas. But then you come up to here. If you killed a paddlefish in Ohio, you are going to jail.
Big trouble.
And yeah, there are poaching for them hardcore in the Ohio River.
Now, what about all those paddlefish up in, what is that island called? Up in
Kelly's Island.
Yeah, Kelly's Island, yeah. I couldn't remember if it's that or Bay.
They were Noah's Ark kind of thing.
Yeah. Are they still there?
Yeah, they're one of the quarries, if anybody's curious. It's owned by, I don't want to say what organization.
Yeah.
It's for dive school.
Are they using those to reintroduce or no?
Yes, they change them out every once in a while with some of the people that breed them.
Yeah.
To keep a genetic pool.
Where do they put them, though? Would they make it in Lake Erie?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I think if we worked with Canada and took them up to the Canadian side,
yeah,
I think they would start a population there.
Would they work in a lake, though, or do they need the rivers?
No, that's what they want. They used to live all over through Lake Erie.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's when we were burning them with sturgeon.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Millions of pounds of them. Thanks to new technology, there's now a worldwide market raising American paddlefish. So there's a lot of other countries that raise American paddlefish for their caviar. But in the 1970s, paddlefish were sent from the U.S. to Europe and Asia. For example, thousands of young paddlefish were sent to the former Soviet Union for agriculture. The successful reproduction of them, the young paddlefish were sent to other countries like Romania, Hungary, and today American paddlefish are raised in the Ukraine, Germany, Austria, and Belgium.
Nice.
China has also imported millions and millions of fertilized paddlefish eggs and young fish every year from Russia and the United States in farm conditions. So they don't buy any wild fish; they buy farmed paddlefish. Which there are plenty of places that farm paddlefish. So, like, if you buy, you can buy paddlefish here in Ohio from like Jones Fish Farms and stuff like that because they're 100%
farm raised.
Farm raised.
It's not affecting the environment at all. Yeah.
So as long as you have to have a certificate
to sell them
to when you buy them.
Oh, okay.
Like if let's say you want to put a couple paddlefish in your pond, like one of the game clubs I helped out that has 2 in their pond. That we bought, and you have to keep the certificate at your property.
Oh,
just saying, I didn't go and net this out of the Ohio River and threw it in my pond.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all the DNR wants, or any organization that checks in is just being like, yes, you paid somebody for them and got them. They're not, they are raised to produce caviar. China has sent American paddlefish to Cuba for caviar farming. So we would not send them to Cuba. They had to buy them from China.
Oh, okay. Now, when they harvest their caviar, are they killing the fish and cutting them open and just
100%
ripping it all out? Okay.
Caviar is one of the worst. Caviar is one of the worst things as far as foods.
I don't care for it.
Well, no, I mean for inhumane.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Because I'm all for eating fish. I eat a lot of fish.
Can't they just like pick them up and squeeze them and squeeze the eggs out or something?
No, because it breaks the sac they're in, and there's not as good a caviar. Yes, they can. That's the joke. Is yes, they can do that.
Oh.
They do not want to do that.
Oh.
It's easier too just to cut them open and just pull out their ovaries.
I'm sure it is. Yeah. Kills the fish. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now their population, depending on who you look at, what you look at, they're less than 30% of their population 100 years ago.
Dang. Less than 30%.
And the number's probably closer to 15.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Now, there are areas where they still have strongholds.
Yeah.
Just like our alligator gar and sturgeon. But most of their habitat they are missing from.
It's gone. Yeah.
Zebra mussels are also besides the illegal poaching of them, which is huge. There's zebra mussels are another just giant like nail in their coffin
because they're invasive in a lot of places,
yes,
right?
And they're filter feeders
And eating zooplankton,
yes.
and they're eating their diet,
and they produce by the billions.
Yeah, so they're a little out.
So
competed.
they were the nail in the coffin for them in the Great Lakes region.
Okay,
there's just not enough food.
We gotta get rid of them zebra mussels.
Yeah, good luck with that.
We need to create GMO zooplankton.
Yeah, poaching is a huge deal. Contributes to the decline of American paddlefish. This is especially true in higher demand for caviar. In the 1980s, there was limits on importing expensive beluga caviar from the Caspian Sea, which the beluga sturgeon and the Kaluga sturgeon. So the beluga is almost extinct, and the Kaluga is declared extinct. The Kaluga was the biggest freshwater fish in the entire world.
And now it's extinct?
Yeah. So when they used to net them, I kid you not, we'll do an episode on them. They used to take 2 boats to net one.
Jeez.
Because it would pull them back.
Just a big freshwater fish?
5,000 to 6,000 pounds.
What kind of fish was it, though? Like, what family? Oh, a big sturgeon? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Wow. For caviar. And they've caught babies of them, though, in the last decade.
Oh, wow.
So that means there's 2 adults still out there
somewhere.
somewhere.
Still doing it.
But yeah, so when they imported to protect beluga sturgeon and Kaluga sturgeon, because the Kaluga were almost completely extinct by the 1980s, and the beluga were on their way out.
Okay.
So they set the limit on how much caviar that could be imported to kind of set, to protect the adults.
Gotcha.
So yeah, then the hook fell onto the American paddlefish, and they got just decimated.
They were next.
The roe, which is eggs, for anybody that doesn't know, of American paddlefish, can be made into caviar. The taste and looks so similar to sturgeon caviar that it gets passed off as it.
Gotcha. Because
of this, some illegal caught paddlefish roe has been sold to more expensive Caspian Sea caviar.
Frustrating.
Laws are very strict when catching paddlefish, and it's illegal to sell their roe no matter where you're at. Even if you catch one in like Arkansas or Oklahoma where you're allowed to keep it,
you cannot sell
its roe. You can eat its roe.
Yeah.
You and your buddies and everything could, if you want to do that, you can treat it and eat it. If you sold its roe, you're going to prison.
Put it online, just sell it.
People who break this law can face extremely big fines and extremely long prison sentences because paddlefish are also protected by CITES, an international agreement and control of trade in endangered species and animals and plants.
Okay. I was wondering what that was.
CITES is where we've talked about CITES a lot with like the Gold Star program and stuff like that. So American paddlefish are on the CITES list. So doing a crime involves international law.
Gotcha.
Even if you did something in Ohio.
Okay.
CITES is going to get involved. And you are
a man.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Because the only thing protecting some of these animals.
That makes sense. Sometimes the man can be good.
He's not really the man. This is a group of like environmental lawyers that I like knew and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So it's just separate from the man. Still a good, big entity that's good.
So like one of the CITES is not a huge organization.
Oh, they're not?
No, but it's like, so I've talked about him before on the other show. Pete, one of my bosses.
Yeah.
Was the main lawyer for like the Blackwater.
Yeah.
Where they were killing all the people and stuff like that.
Right.
So CITES is like that.
Okay. So
where
CITES
it's
is
high level people that a lot of them are donating their time and stuff like that.
And for protection of
species, plants, and areas.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been the American paddlefish. One of my favorites. Seeing them, they're really cool. They're goofy.
They are. They're neat, unique looking fish.
They can swim forever if you shock them on accident. Well, not on accident when you're trying to catch them for surveys.
Yeah.
They'll jump, and they jump like crazy.
Wow.
And then they'll run for miles.
And just keep going and going and going.
All right. Well, I've been the great and peaceful mystery.
Oh, and I've been Jay.
Oh, and we never even started that.
Yeah, we didn't introduce ourselves today, you guys. Sorry about that.
We're sick and dying.
It's just been a long week, but we're glad it's Friday, and we're glad the weekend's here. So go out and enjoy your weekend. Get some sunshine and breathe in that fresh air. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Freaky Fauna Friday. If you want to help the podcast grow, remember to share and give it a 5-star review.